are they really questioning where do you get your protein? Or are they just asking you to let them know that you think it's okay, that what they're doing is fine? Are they feeling that insecure when they look in your grocery cart and say, wow, you really eat healthy? Do you think most people think, like, we can't think for them, right? It's like, I can't say everybody hates me. I haven't met everybody. But sometimes you feel like everybody hates you, right? But you haven't met everybody, so it's not a fair statement. And it's not fair for me to say what other people think, but it's certainly fair for me to say what I think other people think. So you think other people think they really want to know where you get your protein when they ask you that question?
That's a very good point. What are their motives or reasons? Or
Why do they ask you, where do you get your protein? Like, none of them want to know where you get your protein.
Right.
They don't even know what protein is, how much they get, where they get it from, what quality protein they consume, what a protein deficiency might look like. Is there such a thing? What functions protein performs? They don't know anything about any of this. You already know the answer to several of those questions, if not more of them. So what did they want? Why did they ask you that question?
Permission to feel good about what they're doing?
I'm not telling you what they're thinking. I don't know. I haven't met them. But you got to size it up, don't you? And every situation might be a different answer.
Yeah.
Every situation might be different. It might be because they really love you and they're really concerned about you. Or it might be because they're really insecure about themselves. Or it might be because they just want some confirmation. Or it might be because they know you just went to Costa Rica for a month and now you come back and you know a whole lot of stuff. And maybe you could inform them because they really want to know. I doubt it, but maybe you just, personally, I don't think they really want to know where you get your protein, or nor do they want to lecture on protein. I have found in my assessment of the situation that on occasion, I don't know is a fine answer. Even though I do know. I don't know. And walk away.
I like that.
I've found on occasion that a smile from Pia is more than enough response. I've found from Kenny, do I look like I have a protein deficiency? Is more than enough. But Frederick can't say that. Because the answer would be, yeah, bud, you're looking a little gaunt. Because they don't know what healthy athletes, they didn't ever try to run with him. Go run a mile with Frederick. Run a kilometer, excuse me, go metric. Run a kilometer with Frederick.
Several
And
kilometers.
see if you can see him at the finish line when he gets there, or if he's already out of sight.
Where's Frederick?
And it's only a kilometer. Oh, he's half a kilometer ahead of me. Right? But you can't. And that's a smoke screen anyway, isn't it? Like they're asking you about protein and you're answering them about fitness. It's not really a valid response to a nutritional question to answer a sport-specific adaptation response. But it might be as good as their question. I mean, where do you get your protein? Well, that's a great question, and I discuss that professionally at work all the time. Would you like to make an appointment and we could schedule you in? I mean, that's what the dentist would say if you
Yeah.
walked up to him at a party and said, I have
Yeah.
a toothache.
Exactly.
Like, are you under an obligation at a party to answer some guy's question just because he asks it of you? Really rainy lately, eh?
Every day.
You know, I was wondering the same thing. Do you know much about protein?
Oh, that's a good one.
Let them tell you what they know.
That's a really good one.
I always ask them, what do you think how much protein we need in our diet? No one knows. No one.
They expect, but they might be looking at you like you're the expert. They might think, hey, you're the expert. You don't know when somebody says, where do you get your protein? Your answer might be, Sarah, I'm a happily married woman, thank you.
That's the protein question?
Why not?
It's not hit on me.
It's not the same as just slapping them in the face and saying fresh.
True.
I mean, you're not saying that,
True.
but it could be anything. You are under no obligation. It doesn't mean I'm not a fan of flippant responses. Like, I don't care, and I'm just, I'm not Frederick. So I tend to give I see email different than many people see email. Bing! New email comes in. Because I see email, I used to spend 8 hours a day on the phone. That was my old job before this thing came in. I'd spend 8 hours a day on the phone. And every time the phone rang and people, oh, I hate when the phone rings. The phone was the cash register. Email's the cash register. Most of the time it's just a bill or a 1 penny or a nothing, or it's a waste of time. It's a sales call. It's a something. But man, it's once in a while it's not. And those are the ones I'm working for. So I don't get upset when the phone rings or the email goes off or somebody says to me, where do you get your protein? Because they might be my next client.
Might be.
They might be my next bird dog.
I forget what bird dog means.
Thank you.
I've heard it. It's
Bird
familiar.
dogs point out all the other birds.
Yeah.
So your client loves you so much that he sends you 72 other clients over the course of the next decade. Wouldn't that be a nice person to piss off when you first met him?
That's a good point.
That bird dog might just send you to the guy that rockets you to the top of your class. Because he just happens to be the person who was looking to feature somebody like you in some thing, book, movie, who knows what, television show, I don't know, or nothing else. Or he might just become a good client or a source. You got to kiss a lot of frogs. But if you just say, piss off, you're a frog, one of them might be a prince, and you missed. Not that you want to kiss a prince. I mean, you might want to kiss a princess, but same concept for froggy princesses. You just don't know. You just don't know.
Yep. Some people change. Most don't, but sometimes.
You did.
Exactly.
You did.
How do you
And
mean?
you did. Tell me you were raised on low-fat, raw vegan.
I'm sorry. That's
Tell me you've never had a cheeseburger, a Reuben sandwich, a hot dog with mustard
All those things.
at the ballpark. Tell me you've never ate fish, chicken.
I see. Change, like you mean change your diet.
Why did you change? Like you really wanted to become a low-fat raw vegan? That was your lifetime goal?